Having variety in your writing makes your writing more interesting. But do you know the 4 different types of sentences? Hi, it's Jerry, and today I'd like to talk with you about the 4 types of English sentence structures. By the way, have you subscribed to this channel? Please take a look here and be sure to subscribe. I hope you'll also ring that bell and get on the list. This way you can get updates when I make new videos. So back to our sentence structure. 4 different types of sentences in English that I want you to master. So let's jump in. So let's master these 4 sentence types. So why is knowing the 4 sentence types important? Well, they're very important. They help you to understand much when you read, and they help you to become a better writer. Let's start by remembering the 4 types by thinking SCCCC. S for simple, C for compound, C for complex, and CC for compound complex. So first of all, S is for simple. A simple sentence. What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence is a sentence where you have one subject and or one verb. You may have a sentence where there are 2 subjects and 1 verb, or 1 subject and 2 verbs, but not 2 of both. And a simple sentence can also be called an independent clause. It means that there is a subject and a verb in the sentence and makes it a complete thought. So let's take a look at some examples of simple sentences. First of all, Ronaldo runs. Ronaldo is the subject, runs is the verb. That is a complete thought, and it is an independent clause. Another example, Ronaldo kicks the ball. We have a subject, Ronaldo, kicks is the verb, and there's an object. What does he kick? He kicks the ball. So subject, verb, object. In this case, Ronaldo jumps and catches the ball. Ronaldo is the subject, but there are 2 verbs in this sentence, jumps and catches. Ronaldo and Lionel compete against each other. Here we have Ronaldo and Lionel, both are subjects. That's a compound subject with 1 verb. They compete. And the last example here, Ronaldo helps his team finish the game. A little more complicated, but it's a simple sentence. Subject is Ronaldo, and helps is the verb. It's a complete thought. Next, C is for compound, a compound sentence. What is a compound sentence? A compound sentence is a sentence that has 2 simple sentences together, or 2 independent clauses. They are equal ideas, they are 2 complete ideas, but they are connected by a conjunction, conjunctive adverb, or perhaps a semicolon. Let's look at some examples. First of all, Ronaldo runs, but Lionel scores. You notice that we have a subject and a verb, a comma, then a subject and a verb, and it's connected with the conjunction but. An easy way to remember some of the most common conjunctions is to remember fanboys. F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. That is the first letter for these 7 conjunctions. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And all of these can be used to connect 2 independent clauses. Some examples. Another example, number 2, Ronaldo runs, semicolon, Lionel scores. And we have subject plus verb, semicolon, subject plus verb. And the last example here, Ronaldo runs, therefore Lionel scores. Ronaldo runs is a subject and verb, then there's a semicolon with an adverb, and then comma, subject, and verb. And that makes a good example for a compound sentence. The next C is for complex. Complex sentences. Complex sentences are independent and dependent clauses connected together. Many times you'll see that they are written like this: an independent clause plus a dependent clause in that order. Or sometimes you start with dependent clause, comma, independent clause. There are two ideas. One is a complete idea and one is an incomplete idea. Some examples of complex sentences: Ronaldo missed the goal because he fell. In this case, it is an independent clause plus a dependent clause. Ronaldo missed the goal. That is a simple, complete thought. Because he fell is a dependent clause. You can also switch it around by saying, because he fell, comma, Ronaldo missed the goal. In this case, you start with a dependent clause, put a comma, and then go to an independent clause. And the last type of sentence, compound complex. So let's take a look at this. Usually, a compound complex sentence has two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Conjunctions are used, and punctuation of compound and complex sentences is also used. Here's our first example. Ronaldo missed the goal because he fell, but his team won the match. In this case, it starts with an independent clause plus a dependent clause, then a comma, and then another independent clause. A second example says, even though Lionel injured his leg, he kept playing. As a result, the crowd cheered loudly. You'll notice that there is a dependent clause, comma, independent clause, and then we have the conjunctive phrase there, as a result. This is used as an adverb to connect to the independent clause. So how do you know what kind of sentence it is? Ask yourself these questions. Start with, what is the subject? Next, what is the verb? Do the subject and the verb make a complete idea? If it is a complete idea, then you probably have an independent clause or a simple sentence. How many complete ideas are there? If you have more than one, then it could be a compound sentence. If you have more than one that's combined with independent and dependent, it could be complex. Are any of the ideas dependent on the rest of the sentence? For example, if you have something with because, it's often a dependent clause. And what are the conjunctions? Do you see and, or, but, therefore, however? How are the ideas connected? When you can see this, it will help you to identify the sentence. So, I hope that helped you to master the 4 sentence types. Did that make sense to you? Do you understand better now about the 4 sentence structures and how to write them? Do you have any questions? I would be happy if you leave a comment and ask about it. I think I could help you with more of your questions. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. I would like to make more to help you become a better English speaker and writer. Okay, thanks. That's all for today.